So this is a Roland vinyl cutter. So what this does, you can see there's a little piece of vinyl in here, and it pretty much all this is just a little nub here, and it just cuts the vinyl out, and that's all it really does. So you can make like stickers, you can make like decals for your car, you can do pretty much whatever you really want. Over here we have an HP Designjet. This is a wide format printer, so you can print from this giant roll of paper and you can make like big blueprints and stuff. It's really, really nice for like all the architecture kids. They can print out their big designs on it. Moving our way over here, we have our Formlabs 3D printer. This is what's called an SLA printer. So what it does is there's a bath of resin on the bottom, and then it shoots a laser up and cures it onto that plate up there. And it produces very, very high resolution 3D prints, like almost very like lifelike. Stepping over stuff, but moving over here, we have our laser cutter. So you can see it can do everything from etching to shading to cutting. So this is essentially our little template for kids to kind of know, hey, this is what it will look like, in my design in the end. This guy here is our air filter for the laser cutter because it outputs a lot of noxious fumes and other unfriendly things down here. So what this guy does is it takes all the air in there, sips it here, and then exhausts it out and filters it. So we don't get those noxious fumes in here. This is a Stratasys F270. This is a FDM style 3D printer. So we have these two little heads in the back there. And what those do is those shoot out plastic. So we can load up any different kinds of plastic in here, between like blue to like white. So we've got a bunch of different stuff loaded in here. So it can print out all these colors at once, really, which is nice. And the comparison between this one and the Formlabs over there is that this one has a much bigger print area. So this can print, I believe it's like a foot by a foot by a foot or something like that, and that one can only do about like 8 by 6 by 6, give or take. So this one can print way faster, can print way bigger, but it's not as high resolution as the Formlabs, and that's just due to how it works. Moving over here, this is a little dirty, we haven't cleaned it off that much, but this is the support material bath. So there's a special material in there called QSR, and it's soluble in the chemicals that are in here. So what we do is we take this tub out and we toss our models in here, and then we let it sit for about 4 hours in the heat, and then it will essentially dissolve all of the material that you need in order to print it. And then once we're done with all the water, after probably, 30 or so baths, then we just drain out the bottom and replace it. So in here we have our Cnc Router. This entire steel bed is cuttable. Well, I say cuttable, but you can fit a piece of wood or whatever as big as you want on this table and it will cut it. So this is gigantic. You can cut pretty much anything you want on here. So what you do is you design something and then you just load a piece of wood on here, and then that head on the end will move around the table and cut it with the bit. And there are interchangeable bits, so you can do anything from like a round over to like an actual cut through. So you can do a lot of things, a lot of different finishes. It's really nice. Over here we have our two bench mills. So this one is the smaller one. This one will do obviously a lot smaller things. This isn't meant to do very big jobs. This one is our bigger bench mill. This one can cut a lot bigger stuff in it. It has like an air compressor hook up to it. It's got this little hand wheel. And then, here, push this up. So normally this thing is air operated, but we don't have a compressor hooked up to it, so this is the inside. You can have all your buttons and lights and stuff so you can see what's going on as you're cutting it. And that's it.